Have you ever noticed that the simple things you used to do with ease, like getting up from a chair, climbing the stairs, or even taking a morning walk, sometimes feel more challenging now than they used to? It's not just you. As we get older, our joints carry the weight of years of movement, and they often remind us of it with stiffness, soreness, or swelling. But here's the encouraging truth. The way we fuel our bodies can either add to that discomfort or actually help soothe it. The foods we put on our plate every day can play a powerful role in calming inflammation and protecting the very joints that carry us through life. Think about it this way. Every bite is like a message to your body. Some foods send a message that stirs up inflammation, making your joints feel stiff and achy. Others send a calming message, telling your body to heal, repair, and move with more freedom. The good news is, you don't need a complicated diet or expensive supplements to give your joints what they need. Simple, everyday foods can make a real difference. And today, we're going to talk about 6 of them that science and tradition alike point to as powerful allies for joint health. Let's begin with something you may already enjoy: fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. These are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and you've probably heard of those before. Omega-3s are like nature's lubricant for your joints. They don't just ease stiffness, they also help reduce the swelling that often makes movement painful. Imagine your joints as hinges on a door. Over time, they can get squeaky and stiff if you don't oil them. Omega-3s act like that oil, keeping the hinges smooth and flexible so you can move without that uncomfortable grinding sensation. If you're not a fan of fish, you can still get omega-3s from plant sources like chia seeds or flax seeds. Even sprinkling a spoonful into your morning oatmeal can go a long way toward helping your joints feel more supported. Now, let's talk about something you probably already have in your spice cabinet: turmeric. This bright golden spice has been used for centuries, especially in Indian cooking, not just for its flavor, but for its healing properties. The key compound in turmeric is called curcumin, and it's one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories known to us. To put it simply, it works a little like nature's version of ibuprofen. Many people who start adding turmeric to their meals, or even drinking it in a warm golden milk tea, notice less stiffness in their knees or hips after just a few weeks. Pairing turmeric with a pinch of black pepper can make its benefits even stronger, because the pepper helps your body absorb it more effectively. So whether you add it to soups, stews, or smoothies, turmeric can be a simple and flavorful way to protect your joints. Another food that deserves a place at your table is berries. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. They're all packed with antioxidants, those tiny compounds that help fight off the wear and tear our body's face over time. When your joints are inflamed, it's often because of oxidative stress, which is just a fancy way of saying your body has more rusting happening than it can handle. Antioxidants from berries act like little firefighters, calming down that stress and giving your joints relief. Plus, berries are naturally sweet without spiking your blood sugar the way sugary snacks do, which is another win for keeping inflammation at bay. Even just a handful a day, added to your breakfast or enjoyed as an afternoon treat, can be a simple step toward healthier joints. Each of these foods, fish, turmeric, and berries, works in its own way to reduce inflammation and keep your joints moving more smoothly. And what's so encouraging is that they're not exotic or hard to find. You don't need to overhaul your entire pantry. You just need to start making small, intentional swaps that add up over time. Now, as we keep exploring, let's look at a few more everyday foods that can make just as big of a difference for your joints, giving you even more options to protect your mobility and enjoy life without being held back by pain. One food that often surprises people with its joint healing potential is extra virgin olive oil. For many of us, oil is just something we use for cooking, but olive oil is different. It's full of healthy fats and compounds that actively calm inflammation in the body. In fact, studies have shown that people who regularly use olive oil instead of butter or margarine have less joint pain and stiffness. It's often compared to taking a mild dose of anti-inflammatory medication, but in the form of a simple, delicious ingredient you can drizzle over your salad or use to sauté vegetables. Think of it as liquid gold for your joints. Smooth, flavorful, and protective. Making this swap in your kitchen is one of the easiest ways to add an anti-inflammatory boost to your daily meals without feeling like you're giving anything up. Leafy greens are another powerhouse when it comes to protecting your joints. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These greens are loaded with vitamins like CK and minerals like calcium and magnesium that your bones and joints rely on. They're also full of compounds that help reduce inflammation before it even has a chance to take hold. Picture your body like a garden. If weeds start popping up, you want to pull them before they spread. Leafy greens act like natural weed pullers for inflammation, stopping it at the root. Adding a serving of greens to your day doesn't have to be complicated. Toss a handful into your morning smoothie, add them to an omelet, or sauté them with garlic and olive oil for dinner. Small touches like this can create a steady flow of nutrients that keep your joints stronger and more flexible over time. And then there are nuts, like walnuts and almonds. These small but mighty foods are packed with healthy fats, antioxidants, and protein that all work together to keep your joints nourished and protected. Walnuts, in particular, are a fantastic plant-based source of omega-3s, which, as we mentioned earlier, help reduce inflammation. Almonds bring in vitamin E, which supports the health of your cartilage, the tissue that cushions your joints. Think of cartilage like the shock absorbers in your car. Over time, they can wear down, but giving your body the right nutrients helps keep them in good shape. A small handful of nuts as a snack, or sprinkled over yogurt or salads, can be a delicious way to provide your joints with steady support. What makes olive oil, leafy greens, and nuts so powerful is that they fit easily into the rhythm of everyday life. You don't have to force yourself into a strict routine or give up the foods you love. Instead, it's about weaving these nutrient-rich choices into your meals in simple, enjoyable ways. Over time, they don't just help reduce inflammation. They also support your overall energy, strength, and resilience. That's the beauty of focusing on foods that heal. They don't just target one thing, they lift up your whole body. With these foods joining fatty fish, turmeric, and berries, you already have a toolkit for healthier joints that can transform the way you move and feel. But we're not done yet. There's one more powerful option that rounds out this list, and it just might surprise you with how much it can do for your joints. The final food I want to share with you is one that feels almost too simple to be true, but it has a remarkable effect on inflammation. Green tea. This soothing drink has been part of traditional medicine for centuries, especially in parts of Asia where people are known for their long, active lives. Green tea is rich in antioxidants called catechins, which act like protectors against the damage that wears down your joints over time. When you sip on a warm cup of green tea, you're not just enjoying a calming ritual. You're sending your body a steady stream of compounds that help calm inflammation and keep your joints more comfortable. For many people, swapping out one daily cup of coffee or soda for green tea makes a noticeable difference in how flexible and energized they feel. And when you add a squeeze of lemon, you boost those benefits even further, plus add a refreshing twist that makes it easy to enjoy every day. Now, when you step back and look at all 6 of these foods together, fatty fish, turmeric, berries, olive oil, leafy greens, nuts, and green tea, you start to see a pattern. They're not processed, they don't come in flashy packages, and they've been around for generations. Nature has been providing us with these anti-inflammatory tools all along. We just have to remember to use them. And the wonderful thing is that each of these foods is simple to add into your life in ways that feel natural and satisfying. A salad topped with salmon and walnuts, drizzled with olive oil. A smoothie blended with spinach and berries. A cup of golden turmeric tea in the evening or green tea in the afternoon. These aren't drastic changes. They're small shifts that slowly add up to stronger, more resilient joints and a more active, fulfilling life. I know it can sometimes feel overwhelming when you hear about all the things you should be doing for your health. But instead of trying to change everything at once, think about starting with just one thing from this list. Maybe it's sprinkling berries over your breakfast, or maybe it's making the switch from vegetable oil to olive oil. Once that becomes part of your routine, add another. Over time, these choices become habits, and habits are what create lasting change. Your joints are what allow you to keep moving, exploring, and enjoying life. They carry you through your morning walks, your time with family, even your quiet moments in the garden or on the porch. Taking care of them is one of the best gifts you can give yourself, because mobility is freedom. And the more freedom you have to move without pain, the more you get to fully enjoy every stage of life. So, as you think about your meals this week, remember that every choice is an opportunity. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do it all at once. Just begin, right where you are, with what feels doable for you. Small changes truly can lead to big differences, especially when it comes to your health. If you found these tips helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments which of these foods you already enjoy, or which one you'd like to start adding to your routine. Your story might encourage someone else who's on the same journey. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe, so you'll always have a place to come back to for practical, uplifting tips on living well after 50. Here's to stronger joints, less pain, and more freedom to enjoy the life you've worked so hard for. Remember, it's never too late to start nourishing your body in ways that make you feel vibrant and capable. Every step you take, every bite you choose, is moving you toward a healthier, happier you.